Hi, my name is Chandra Chapman. I am here with one of my favorite authors in the whole entire world, Charles Chapman. How are you today, Charles?
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
Okay, and in case you don't know us, I am Charles's wife and he is my husband. So um, we actually met because of our writing. So I think that's a wonderful thing. So let's get started though. How you doing, Charles?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking.
All right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself or why we're here today?
Well, we are here because I've just finished a science fiction collection of short stories called Strange Tales of Science Fiction. This is my first ever attempt of writing science fiction stories, and it's something I've been doing, writing these stories, short stories, since it was in the college creative writing program. And one of the stories that's in the book, I kind of shared it with the class, and the instructor and a student were not too happy with my first attempt. So what
Hmm.
I've done is I kept working at it, and of course, that and along with the three other stories that are inside the book. The first three stories are in fact, all the
And
stories are.
this is the book we're talking about,
Yes,
right?
that's the one we're talking about. All the
Strange
stories.
Strange Tales of Science Fiction. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
All the stories are in the kind of the fashion or the kind of the same attempt at the old Outer Limits television show in which you have a narrator or a kind of a written voice, and then you have the actual action of the story, the actual story itself, and then you have the written voice at the end. And I grew up watching all these sci-fi movies and sci-fi shows because they had them on our TV, our regular TV, syndicated programs or syndicated television shows or networks here in LA. And I just started, I watched them all the time, even with my dad. And they were just really fascinating to me. I always loved the science fiction genre. And I'm glad that I had a chance to write a book like this where I hope that everyone will get to enjoy.
I think one of the things we bonded over early was our love of science fiction. So I really liked this book. Had a lot of interesting stories in it. Now, you already talked a little bit about what inspired you to write this, but would if you had a favorite story in the book, which one would it be?
I would think the first one, Shattered Dream of Conquest. I like this story because of the alien invasion force that's planning to take over Earth, but they find that it's not as easy as it seems because there's an Earth force that's fighting them. But when you read about the Earth force that's fighting them, you see the irony at the end, like all the old Outer Limits episodes in season one were going to. You think that the storyline is going a certain way, and then there's always that twist at the end, and then a conquest, there's that twist at the end. They like, oh, I kind of get that. So, and all these the three stories, the first three stories are set in the early 1960s because that's the way old Outer Limits was set in 1960s. But the last story, Transparent, is set in modern day times. But I would say that A Shattered Dream of Conquest is definitely my favorite in the book, even though I enjoyed all the rest.
Now that story was a strong one in your collection of stories, and I like that one a lot as well. Now, as far as putting this book together, what was your process? What steps did you take
Okay,
to put this book together?
this was during the pandemic. I've already finished, I believe, my novel, and I have more time to write because I was not working at the time. So I decided just to move ahead. I had already these stories already written down, but I really wanted to fine tune them and just kind of go over. So what I did was I was able to look at these old television shows, kind of get the vibe and the theme of what was happening with these episodes, and then I just kind of fashion my stories according to what I saw. and I think I captured the right tone and the right voice for each of these stories, and definitely hype with the suspense or deep into the characterization and the motivations for their actions. So
You
I
you
hope to
definitely
nail
you
it.
definitely did. You definitely did.
Mhm.
And you've written quite a few books now. How many books have you written to date?
This is my fifth one so far, but I'm in the midst of writing my first crime novel. I've been hyping or I've been teasing the audience and including those on my mailing list about what the actual title is going to be. But I can just share with you now. It was a crime story called "It's All About Fate," and I already revealed the picture of a gentleman wearing a mask, and the mask is very important. It's key to the entire story, and there's a reason why he's wearing that mask. So I do hope to have it out early next year. I'm still working on final edits to get it out there. So all I can just tell you is that once you read It's All About Fate, you'll see this is a very good crime novel, but it's a very exciting story as well.
So that will be your sixth book.
Right, that'd be number six.
Okay, and so you have help me out. Two books of poetry.
Yeah,
You have this science fiction collection of stories.
right.
You have a novel
Relay.
about a relay team,
Hmm.
and what was the other? What's the other one?
Storm over South Central.
Storm over South Central.
That was the
So
anthology.
that's the anthology. Okay, yeah, I recall that one. You have to forgive me. I have a hard time keeping up with you because all of a sudden you're writing all these different things. Now, I think part of it is that you're in so many different genres now, right? You've got poetry, you've got science fiction, you've got fiction, you have an anthology. I think that's great. It shows your range. You have a lot of material to draw from. So I'm looking forward to your next book and probably the several ones after that as well.
Yes, there are more
So,
coming.
what did you say? I'm sorry.
There are more coming. So
Yes, yes, I know.
out there.
I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Thank you.
And you've become the head of a writers group.
Hmm.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that experience so far?
Oh, this is going to be a long one, but I can tell you that as of 2011, there has been a writers workshop at the AC Bilbrey Library here in LA County. And I've been associated with the library for about the last 19 years when I started to do the writers workshops, the lectures on how to get for writers to or aspiring, I shouldn't use the word aspiring, but up and coming writers who plan to submit their works to whatever they want to do or write their works or um, complete it with other people. They would come to the workshop lectures, and I would tell them how to publish their book. I would tell them how to market, also give them ideas and tips of writing a good manuscript. And there was a group that was formed out of that. A gentleman by the name of Odie Hawkins. He was part, and he will tell you each time you see him that he was a member of the original Watts Writers Workshop back in the
Yes.
1960s. And that group has been responsible for many good writers. The Watts poets were also grew out of that. But the Watts Writers Workshop is a group that Odie started. He didn't start, but he was part of that group, and he started the AC Bilbro Writers Workshop, the group, in 2011. And then a young lady by the name of Pat Forte took it over. And in fact, Pat asked me this past March to take over the Writers Workshop group, and because I had experience with another writing group that you and I both know well, I decided to take that over since I was not doing anything else at the time but writing these books. And also because AC Bilbrew has been so good to me, decided to help out again in the community. And we had a writers forum this past May, talking about AI and the impact on our craft from using that device, AI. And it was a very interesting segment. It was a very interesting forum. And that's the kind of programs that we like to present for the community. Uh, Segments about writing, segments about how to become a better writer, segments of how to improve your writing. Anyone that wants to be part of the workshop, all they have to do is just contact me. And if you want to be a good writer, or you want to start writing and learn how to be an effective writer, this group is the one for you. So I'm very glad to be part of the group, and I'm hope that I can do this for a long time. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that would be great. You're definitely not a casual or part-time writer. It's your the thing that you really love, that you're really passionate about. But I do want to ask you your opinion on something that you just mentioned, which is artificial intelligence.
Yes.
It can be a touchy subject for some. Some of us love it, some are in between. How do you feel about it, and how have you used it to enhance your work?
I believe it's a tool that we use to enhance our writing. It can be that editor, or it can be that advisor to your work. All you have to do is plug in or type in a few words, and it will start generate the idea for you. The one thing that I would suggest budding writers not to rely on it too much as far as your writing, or to produce your own manuscript. That should be up to you. But as far as generating ideas and then helping to edit your work, it's always good to have that uh, technology in your back pocket. So that way, when you start to write, at least it'll be there to correct you. Because paying for an editor, as you and I both know, is very expensive. But if you have a writing program such as an AI program that will edit your work, that will help you become a better writer. So my view on it is simply that it is a tool to help us as writers, as authors, anyone who is love of writing, but it shouldn't go past that.
And I agree with you. And some people are concerned that it will replace human creativity, but I don't. I just don't see it happening. Not like that.
Yeah, I don't see it
So,
either.
so if you're a writer out there and you're worried about AI staying encouraged, it's not all that.
Right.
So, where can we find your book?
You can find my books at Amazon.com. I do have a page there on my website, charleslchatmon.com. And all you do, go to the book section, and you can find the links to Amazon. And hopefully, as I'm still trying to sell these books, that I will have these books available on my website. Hopefully, by close to the end of the year, I'll have the books available on my website. You can buy Storm over South Central and Relay. They're on the website already, or you can go through Amazon or barnesandnoble.com and find my books there. But for Strange Tales of Science Fiction, for this time, it will be just available on Amazon.com and on my website, charleslchapman.com.
Okay. Is there anything else we should know about Charles Chapman?
I have a great wife, man. For one. And two, and that's no lie. But and for two, I have been writing for such a long time, and I meet people in the neighborhood, and because I've been dealing with authors for a long time, as a former executive director of the LA Black Book Expo, that I always try to see myself as part of this community of authors who just want to produce good works. But knowing me, knowing that I've been writing for a long time, I just want to be good at what I do. And what I can just tell the audience out there is that if you like the work, I promise to keep producing solid content for you so that you can continue to support me. Not only that, but also continue to support good literature. And I'm not saying it because I'm writing, I'm just saying it because I've been doing this for a long time. Even as far as writing for college and community newspapers, and also contributing to newsletters. I've been doing that for such a long time that I feel I'm pretty good. I'm pretty confident in my abilities, but the works that I do and the content, um, Chandra just told you, I hope you continue to support that. And you go to Charles Chapman to find the rest if you feel so inclined.
Well, I will say for you that you're very inspirational. You've inspired me. I wrote a book in 2004. Excuse me, a frog in my throat. I haven't written anything since, but watching you um, write two books very close together, very quickly in a row, was very inspiring. So I'll be getting back in the saddle and writing another book soon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the most inspirational part about it is the fact that you're a stroke survivor. You're
Wow.
recovering from having a couple of strokes.
Yeah.
And would you say that your writing has been therapeutic?
It has, especially happened before the pandemic. That's the funny thing about it. I had my strokes in 2019 around the same time. And while I was in recovery, since I couldn't go to work right away, I decided just to stay home and write. And then when the pandemic hit, it just gave me more reasons to stay home, write, and produce all these manuscripts that I've been writing that are now coming out as books. So I'm just very grateful in a weird way that I was able to produce as much work as I could, and more is coming. That's all I can just tell you. And I'm very glad to keep writing.
Well, it's been great to watch you recover and then start writing. I think the writing really stimulated your brain. You have some good work here, so um, it's very solid, very good stories, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so
So
much.
just
I
want to
appreciate
say
that.
that.
Thank you.
So I think he gave you all the information of where you can find Strange Tales of Science Fiction. I'll hold it up one more time. And some of his other works, all on mostly on Amazon and also on his website. So um, that is it, Charles. I thank you so much for spending the time to talk with me about your work. And we're looking forward to hearing more from you in the near future.
Thank you so much. And keep doing your work too. You're so good at what you do.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Welcome.
All right.